we could have a very, very stressful time.
No, we are never going to have a stressful time, everyone. We're going to have the calmest, easiest, most wonderful time today.
Because this is the last time we're going to do this for this boot camp for now, which just
Screaming.
means we're going to have a soft little time right now.
Yes. Super soft, super cute, and really, really chill.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
last time we sort of built out the frame of a portfolio page.
Yep,
And
you
we
got
said
it.
we just wanted to do 2 little tiny baby things today.
Yes, that's right.
And we wanted to take one of our old projects and make that a subpage.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody else was saying, can we add a drop shadow to a picture of a cat?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then all we got to do, then all we've got to do is deploy it.
Yes.
So actually, I'm going to come into the comments here. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to make some notes. I'm
Love
going to
it.
make these in the traditional programmer style to do,
Perfect.
which we always respect, don't we? We never ignore those.
Exactly.
Subpage for project. Link to project. Drop shadow. Deploy.
Perfect.
Let's
And everyone who's just joining us, we are going through all the things that we're going to go through today. So,
yeah. Slowly, softly, easily.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look at that code.
Love it. Let's jump in and welcome. Hey, learner. Welcome for our final class. Crying.
Just
We
for
miss
now,
you.
everything's
That's
fine.
true. That's
Sorry,
true.
I'm being overly like, no, it's fine. But
Yeah.
it's either fine or it's not.
Yeah. It's
And
going to be
it's
okay.
easier for it to be fine.
Yes.
Oh, Cesium, hello, my love.
Hey, Cecile. Welcome, friend. Lovely.
So,
Let's dive in. So we have here our little kitty cat that we built out, our portfolio, our draft portfolio page that we built out yesterday. And so we have our navigation system up at the top. We have some, what's the term? Like some information that
attribution.
Yes, thank you. Attribution. Some attributions for our cat photo here, which is the profile picture for Naya Macklin Dev, our portfolio we're creating. And then we have some demo text down below, some like demo paragraphs here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think what we wanted to do was, do we want to add a shadow first just because we're here and looking at it?
Yeah, no problem.
So this is going to sound very familiar to folks who've been in the boot camp, but I don't really remember how to add a shadow, so I'm going to be in here.
That's right. This is what we do.
Shadow CSS. Because I think there's... Oh, is it just box shadow?
Oh, that's awesome. Is it that easy?
It's that easy. So I was looking for... do you know we can give it different colors as well? So we just need to say box shadow.
Okay.
And then specify...
Nice. Ooh, all of these different values.
So first you have to say how big it's going to be.
Okay.
And then you have to set an XY axis relative to the element. So
okay.
Let's just experiment with it. So it's the example I'm looking at on MDN is 10 pixels.
Okay.
5 pixels. 5 pixels. Red. And we're just copying the example just to see what it's going to look like.
Saved and
okay.
Very, very like 90s drop shadow. I love it.
Can we also add... Oh. I'm going to give you a... so we've got a bunch of different options, but I'm going to cheat and copy one, and I'm going to give it to you in our private chat where we gossip about how lovely the learners are.
Oh, I love it.
Because it looks like we can set 12 pixels. Yeah. So what's going on with this?
Let's grab this.
Show me the syntax. Okay. So
this is nice.
In this one, what we're setting here is the offset X is that first number, the
Mhm.
12. Offset Y is the 2 pixels. Okay. XY axis. I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
The so 12, 12. That's
Mhm.
X axis, Y axis.
Okay.
Then the 2 pixels here is our blur radius. So
Interesting.
how
Okay.
much is going to blur?
Mhm.
Then the 1 pixel is our spread radius. And then we've got our color, which we've done
Mm,
RGBA here.
love it.
Okay. And if we wanted that drop shadow to be on the other side,
Mhm.
I think we could change the 12 pixels to minus 12 pixels and it would kind of flip it to the, or I think that'll flip it to the top.
So we want it on the left.
Oh, no, I don't have
Oh,
any.
that's ooh.
Hey!
Going, okay, okay.
Okay, so you were right. If we wanted it on the left, it would be the first 12
Mhm.
pixels would be a minus.
There we go.
Oh, look, I didn't. Okay, so X and Y. That makes a bit
Right.
more sense.
Right.
I don't have a strong opinion, but that looks kind of cool,
It looks cool. It's different.
right?
Yeah.
And that another nice thing is you can be a little creative and a little bit goofy in your it
You
does need to
absolutely
be neat and tidy. It does need to be accessible. The
can.
links
Mhm.
need to not be dead,
Right.
but you could be a little bit weird.
Right. And that's okay.
Okay, so we've done the drop shadow.
Mhm.
What's the other thing? So let's take one of our old projects and turn it into a subpage.
Perfect.
Do you know what? If we don't hit any goofy problems like yesterday, we might
Mhm.
be just be like done, 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 and go have a little tiny tea party.
That sounds super cool. I love it. All right. So we have our various projects here. I'm going to open up our little Explorer page, and we see that we have different projects in here. One including the tribute page project that we made for the great, if y'all remember, the great Katherine Johnson here.
Great.
Yes. And then we also have our Couchbase database specific. So, our database documentation where we explore different databases, NoSQL databases, SQL databases. We learned what that was. And that's all here as well. So, we have it all within our portfolio, all accessible within our portfolio.
So, do we think we can link to this already, or do we think that we've got to change any of the names? I'm genuinely asking. I'm not sure.
That's a great question. I think we can link to it, but I haven't done this in a long time as well.
Yeah,
So
because
we can try.
let's try and link to it. I don't know if it's going to be cheerful going from an index to an index, but
Hmm.
if it is, everything's fine.
Right. It'll be okay.
Actually, let me check.
Yeah. Always the best decision is to just check it out.
Multiple index.html
Hmm.
in different folders, same domain.
Yep.
Hmm. Cool. You know, people on Stack Overflow say it's fine.
Okay. And Cesium also has mentions that it depends on the purpose of your portfolio. You can make a silly portfolio just to show off your projects to your friends, and that's different from the one that you show to job people.
That's
Absolutely.
such a good point. And I would add the more senior you get in technology, the more
Mhm.
you can just be a silly little bab.
That's also true. I've really found that to be the case. Lots of senior folk, I'll check out their portfolios, and it's just like, it could be sometimes it's just straight HTML. They're like, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. Don't
Have a
ask.
good day.
Right, exactly. So super funny.
Do you know what? Learner makes a really good point. It says, hey, you know, we can use the paths like we learned, the folder paths to link to that. And that should just automatically propagate, probably without even saying it. Can we just add the paths and don't say index.html and see if that works?
We can try that. Absolutely.
Yeah, because like maybe if it navigates to that folder, it'll automatically latch onto the index.
Hmm. So how would we do that? Are we going to use a link tag for that?
I almost definitely, I think. So I think inside our
Nice. Yeah.
projects section, if we scroll down,
Down to yes, projects.
yes. Um, let's add a paragraph tag, or actually inside our Ipsum Lorem.
Okay, yeah.
Let's turn that first lorem ipsum dolor sit emet.
Okay, right
Shall we
here.
turn that into the link?
Let's do it. So we can do an actual link tag. Boop.
Shush up. No, that just magically works.
Boop.
Illegal.
Always. Beautiful. And so we have our href here, and we're looking, which document do we want? Do we want our documentation or a tribute page?
Let's try our documentation. So
I
do we
like that.
want /documentation/?
And it knows where we're going.
Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
so let's try it like this before adding the index.
Okay. We'll
Just
stop
because I want to see if but I think we probably need to close this tag as well.
link. Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice it wasn't closed. Great eye / link.
Oh, wait, this is link.
For
Oh,
what?
wait. Oh, no. I'm being a goofball.
We don't
So
need to close for links.
no. So
Oh, close.
we don't need a link
Ta-da!
tag. So a link tag would have gone in the head.
Ooh.
We need ref tag.
Oh, what tag? Say it again.
Anchor tag, sorry.
Oh, okay. Anchor tag. Gotcha. Perfect.
Because we don't need that rel style sheet
That's
either.
right. That's right.
So I was looking at that. I'm like, we're ready to go. I was like, wait, Jess,
That's
what are you suggesting these brilliant people do?
I'm here for it. Ooh, okay, so a regular anchor tag.
Projects. What's a good anchor text for that? Document, because it should describe what it is.
That's correct. Database documentation?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Database documentation. Beautiful.
And if we save that now.
Yeah. Sweet. Ooh, this is interesting.
Does it work?
Let's click. Yes! Amazing.
Oh, that just worked. And it's automatically got the relevant CSS that's in the same folder and connected those.
Isn't that perfect? Isn't that amazing?
Do you know what Cesium is absolutely out for us in the best kind of way, saying, you know what? I see that you've got some text in that lorem ipsum. Did you want to add the semantic meaning of it being a paragraph?
Yes, we did.
We do. You're absolutely indelibly correct.
So I'm going to wrap all of these tags in all of these text pieces in paragraph tags so that we make sure. Beautiful.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And that is fine.
Oh, and Ramon is hanging out backstage, who is here and not here. If he was here, I would have him like hold up a cat behind me.
Yes.
But here in the United Kingdom, where it is sweaty and weird.
Sweet. And then
you'll notice that when we save this and go back, adding these paragraph tags don't really do much visually.
Exactly.
And that's because by default, whenever HTML sees a chunk of text and there's nothing else associated with it, HTML, for all of its faults and for all of it being a little bit quirky, it's really fault tolerant, which means it's trying to help you just in case you screw up.
Exactly.
So if it just sees some wild text running free, it says, you probably meant paragraph, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm just going to assume that you meant this. I'm going to help you out.
And it doesn't do that with that. If you had a link to an image, it'll be like, I don't know if you want a link. I don't know if you want an image. I'm just going to do it as text.
Yep. That's right.
Amazing. So I think the only thing we really, really needed to do to feel done and can we talk briefly about when is your portfolio done enough to put live?
Well, there are lots of different thoughts about this.
Oh, no, your thoughts.
Oh, my personal thoughts. So done enough to put live. I would say if you have listed your, if you have your projects up, those projects don't have to be complete and finished and the most beautiful things in the world either, right? They just have to, I say they just have to exist and work, just get it working.
Yeah.
So if you have your projects listed up, you have a way for folk to contact you and a little bit of about you. Oh, go ahead, Jess.
No, that's perfect.
Then I think that for me, I think that that's all folk need. Keep it
okay.
So you don't need a lot. So we have our projects. You can include your skills. You have your about me. You have your maybe a photograph of yourself explaining who you are, and then your contact information. Those are some of the core aspects of what I think folk need for their
Yeah.
portfolios. But what are your
S-
thoughts?
I think you're absolutely indelibly correct. The thing
Yeah.
I would gently bully about is
Mhm.
I tell learners to put their portfolio site up before they think it's done.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
didn't
Thank
think for a second we were going to disagree about that.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, never wait until things are done in order to push it or and when I say push it, I mean like put it on the internet for people to see, right? The ways that we become better engineers is other folk giving us feedback on our work. And that's why a lot of times if you work for a more enterprise company or even a startup, you'll do what's called peer reviews. And that's when another engineer is going to come and look at your code and say, yep, this looks awesome. Or, okay, here's some thoughts that I have. Here's some places of improvement that you can implement. And that is the process of learning. And that's how you become a better developer as well. So, and that's why we're called the Bad Website Club, right? Like, we're
And the
put up
thing
our
is,
bad websites.
what the oh, so this is a really good question. So,
Mhm.
hey, when you I love this. I love this. I love this. Because one thing I really push is because
Mhm.
folks are like, oh, I don't want to put it up until it's perfect. But like
Mm-mm.
3 weeks from now, you're going to think the work you did today is terrible. 6 months
Thank
from
you.
now. So I saw a really goofy sort of throwaway post where somebody said, "Oh,
Yeah.
do you know what? For artists," and I'd argue that web design,
Oh.
like you're making things out of desire and electrons. How is this
Mhm.
not art?
Right.
But they say, you know what? A lot of times artists don't like their own work because it feels like their work, and they think, "Oh, if I
Mm.
get to a certain point, I'll make something better that doesn't feel like my work." But you can never escape that because it's always your work.
Yeah.
And I love this data dev says, hey, for a portfolio, if you're looking
Mhm.
for work, this is a very specific type of goal here.
Yep.
And your portfolio is done when you get that job you want.
That's right. That's right.
Amazing.
Yeah. I love it.
So, would putting this up on Netlify make us done for the day?
I
Not
like
done
that.
forever. Because,
Right.
like, really, we probably wouldn't launch this one. We say, oh,
No.
launch early, launch. But this one's got Laura Mipson on it.
Right.
We'd probably want the
A nice
nav
banner,
bar
nav
to be
bar.
like horizontally aligned.
Yes.
So we'd probably want a bit more CSS. We'd want to do some fancy things. But do
Mhm.
you know what? Right now, we are just modeling the morally correct behavior of
Exactly.
put it out there before you're done with it.
That's right. Before you feel like it's finished, before it's perfect, put it out there anyway. And you never know, like there's always more opportunities that come when you put it out versus when you just hold on to it. So always put it out. Cool. Okay. So if we want to go into Netlify, let me see if I still have this up.
Yeah, this is going to be super mellow.
That'd be
Oh,
fun.
CCM, is it okay if I put you up on the screen? It's gonna feel I like
Yeah.
I'm picking on you, but very big same to say, oh, so CCM says, I have ADHD, and it
Mhm.
feels like nothing is ever done. That you
Oh,
just
I
hop
know
back and forth.
that.
You are in very good company on the web. Um, but also, so while you're looking to see if you can find this,
Mhm.
we used to have oh, heck, sorry, my love. We used to have when sort of personal access to the web was new, we had this idea that you would work on a website and it would be finished one day. We had a very print
Ooh.
mindset. And you would see
Ooh.
these little orange construction worker gifs. It's like, "Oh, this website's under construction. It's not done yet." You'll see.
Right.
And I think that we thought, "Oh, I'll get to the point where this is finished, like a
Mhm.
book, but on my
Mhm.
computer."
Mm.
But I like the way it is now. So saying, "Oh, hop back and forth between projects," the idea that this is a living document is so
Yes.
exciting.
Yes. And it's so true. This is something that we're going to continue to work on even throughout your career, right? Your like my first portfolio, I look at it now and I'm like, "Oh, like not terrible. Not the best, but not terrible."
How loving and
Continue to
sweet you
iterate
are
it.
to
Yes.
yourself.
You always have to be. Look at where you were, right? And how far you've come. I think that is one of the best measurements for you feeling like you have achieved something really big because a lot of us did not know what HTML was, what CSS was, what JavaScript was. I know Laurent went through a little bit of JavaScript as well. And there's a JavaScript boot camp. And all of us now are coding in these things. And that is massive. So think about
Look
where
at
you go.
Cesium, who's just out here making me spend money on design time, saying,
Oh,
"Oh, I think under construction gifts should be the mascots for the Bad Website Club."
mhm.
I
That's so
might
cute.
bother our designer and
Make it
see.
happen.
Mm.
Beautiful. I love it. Okay, so I have Netlify up. Yeah, I have Netlify up here, and it is happily connected to GitHub. So first, we should probably ship this to
Yeah.
GitHub, push it up.
Or
Okay.
what if we're feeling kinda janky? What
Okay,
if we're feeling kinda lazy?
that's fine
Does it
too.
have a thing where we could just throw the f we tried the first time we looked at Netlify, we could
Yeah,
just throw the folder at it, can't we?
absolutely, we can. It is
But
that simple.
why would we not do this?
Well, if you were to want to update it, for example, then I think you might have to throw it in again or find a way to update that particular site. And usually, if you were to ship it to GitHub first, and if you have them connected like I do, it's more easy to just update it that way. However, whichever way you want to do
Yeah.
is also totally okay.
Okay, so that version control kinda gives us an extra layer of not messing up. Like,
Yeah,
it's kind of the
correct.
opportunity to save our work in little tiny interims.
Yep.
But
Hmm.
if we wanted to, we could just because we've shown how to deploy to
Just perfect.
Netlify using GitHub a couple of times.
Absolutely.
Let's do it the chaos way for my
Yay!
fellow little gremlins.
Perfect. All right. So the wonderful chaos way is that you're going to go here and you're going to press, let me make this bigger for folks so that they can see. We're going to press add new site. And then they say you can import an existing one, but we're going to go down and deploy manually.
And that sounds very technical, but look at this. So this is opening up, what's Finder called on a Mac?
We have Finder as well.
Is it Finder on a Mac? Oh, wait, are
Mhm.
you on a Mac?
Yes, I
Oh,
am.
no, what's Finder on a Windows machine?
Oh, that's what you mean.
Sorry.
Great question. I have no idea. I don't remember.
It's Windows Explorer, isn't it?
That might be it.
No, that's an old browser.
I do remember that as well.
Cesium
If
help.
you know, yeah, exactly. Throw it in the chat, please.
Hmm. Oh, no, if I search for it, I just get a bunch of people showing me how to get File Finder for Windows, and that seems kinda chaotic.
Hmm.
Hmm. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, so Ramon's backing me up and says, "Ah, it is Windows Explorer."
Oh, very
Maybe
interesting.
Nautilus. Nautilus sounds beautiful.
I never heard of that.
Could just be making stuff up and we'd be like, "Yeah, yeah."
I don't think Ramon
But
would.
we can open up Windows Explorer, or we can open
Mhm.
up,
And
Finder, or
Finder.
we can open up whatever it is on a Oh, CCIP's got me saying, "Babes, it's File
File Explorer.
Explorer."
There we go. Thank
Windows
you,
Explorer was the
Cecile.
little, like, boop boop thing from,
Mhm.
like, Windows XP.
Way back.
Where? Hmm.
Okay, let's see where my things are. They exist, but where? Do do do. Let me try. Here we go. We can just find it. Portfolio. Yeah, nice.
Haha. And then we just get it.
That's right. Grab it.
I say just get it
Drop
is
it.
not very helpful, but just, click, hold, and drop.
That's right. We'll do it one more time.
Oh, I think it's going.
Is it?
Is it?
It looks like
Huh.
it wasn't happy. Let's
It
go
was
back.
not.
Yeah. Here we go. Portfolio. We want the whole thing. Upload it. Sweet.
So we're
Please don't.
grabbing that parent folder that holds
Mhm.
our index and our CSS and all.
That's right.
No, hush. So it
What?
just goes and gets the whole thing and
Yep.
says, "No, that didn't work already. That's too fast."
It's so fast because Netlify is fast. And let's open it. Yes.
So we have a real
Real
that
website.
cat's smart big. I'm
It
alright
is
with that.
super big.
And so if you didn't like that domain name, you can connect a domain to it, which is a
Yep.
separate server. Usually you have to pay a little bit of money. So we're not going to pay a little bit of money.
Right.
If it's your own portfolio, you probably want to pay a little bit of money.
Yeah. To get a custom domain. But you don't have to.
And if you've got a super common name like
Mm-hmm.
me,
Mm-hmm.
you can either show up right when they open up a right when they open up a new top level domain. And a top level domain is the dot and then something.
That's
Because
right.
those have to be established. You just can't say Naya.Macklin. That would be too cool.
Mm-hmm. Great point.
So .com, .net, .uk, .london. And all of these are managed by a faceless, anonymous regulatory committee. I mean, we could probably find out. They're probably
Yeah.
less faceless. So if you've got a relatively common name like myself, you can either show up right when they open a new top level domain and get a cool
Mm-hmm.
one,
Mm-hmm.
or you can do something creative.
Right. I love it.
It doesn't have to be first name last. So if do folks have any questions? I think we might do a super
Yeah.
short one today.
And we can see this works perfectly
Oh
all in the
hush.
app.
So it's not just your page, but also the sub pages and the folders.
Right. It grabs everything.
No. And then no.
Yes.
I know this is
Go back.
deeply cursed because it doesn't always just work, but it just works.
It just works. It's so wonderful.
I've heard people say that the worst feeling in web development is when something works and you don't know why.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I disagree. When something works and I don't know why, I'm just like, ha ha, going to lunch.
Yes, I think the going to lunch needs to happen because you need your brain to rest.
Right? Where you're
And
just like,
also, yeah.
because if it doesn't work and you don't know why, then
then
you have to find out why.
Yes, you
But if
do.
it does work and you don't know, I would say, oh,
Right.
cool. Well, you know what?
Sounds
Done.
good. Yes. And the best case scenario is it works and you know why, or it's expected.
That's the best way to live. But
Yeah.
failing that, as long as it works, sorry, I'm the worst teacher where I'm like, oh, you don't have to understand everything.
Right, right.
Amazing.
Nice.
So, oh, Ramon, this is so nice.
Mhm.
For Ramon, it's like it's like Schrodinger's bug or Schrodinger's.
Mhm.
You're sure it's there, but he's not going to find out until he has a sandwich.
I love it.
Amazing. So it doesn't look like we've got any questions.
Yeah.
If folks want to yell at us about the favorite thing you learned or the most exciting thing or the weirdest.
Yeah. Did you learn
What do you what do you hope that you taught learners this time? If you taught them nothing else.
Ooh, what did I hope that I taught learners? Okay. So I would say that I hope that I taught learners that to believe that they can do this, number one, to know that you are capable of anything and everything, but especially and specifically software engineering as well, right? This field is for you. This field is absolutely for you. And I want to show y'all that it doesn't matter that whatever you build is perfect, right? It's just the fact that you built it. And that in itself is really, really special and really, really important. And I want you to see, if you look back on your journey, you see where you started and where you are now, and to know that that growth is also vital. So I want you to keep going, keep developing, keep learning, keep coming together as a community, right? Because this community is so important, and know that you are loved, you are supported, and we got your back. So super excited. That's what I want learners to have taken away. A little bit of something in there.
No, I love that. This is so expansive and thoughtful. Mine is slightly self-effacing in a chuckling way, which is if I taught you nothing from this, it's that there are a bunch of people who work fancy jobs in tech who are not smarter than you.
Talk about it.
And I absolutely count myself in those where y'all have seen me be like, I've forgotten basic properties of CSS, and it's fine.
Yes.
You don't have to be 100% great at everything.
No.
And if I'm being mean, I've met people at the fanciest companies in the world where I'm just like, maybe they're very nice. So I promise that people who work at fancy companies aren't smarter than you.
That's
and that
right.
as a big, soft goofball, it is absolutely possible to be softly, goofily successful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, so this is really interesting. So Susan was saying, hey,
Yeah.
do you know what? One of the most interesting things was the work we did on the survey form back end. And it said, even
Mhm.
though they didn't really understand at the time. And
Yeah.
I wish that was the last one, not the
Mm.
first one, really.
Mhm, mhm.
Because the value there is saying, "Hey, when we just start doing JavaScript, come and
Yeah,
watch this again." And we'll
yeah,
link folks to it when we just start doing JavaScript. Say, "Hey, just watch this again. You won't understand it. Just let the
and
words
that's
wash over
okay.
you."
That's okay.
And then about 3/4 the way through the JavaScript thing, I'll say, "Hey, let's look at this again."
Yes.
And all of this is gonna feel okay.
Mm,
Yeah.
I love that.
Shall we let folk Oh, homework. We can give people
Yes!
homework on the partner streams.
Woo!
Do
Of
you wanna
course.
give anybody any homework?
Ooh, any homework. I would say, continue practicing, even if it's a little bit, a little bit of time, a little bit of something here. And also, if you were like, you know what, this was fun, this is not for me, that's okay. The fact that you explored it is totally cool too. But continue practicing and don't give up on yourself. So that's
Oh,
what I
that's so
would
love my homework is the same homework y'all always get from me, which is the whole world is big and loud and scary and
say.
weird.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
want you to be as soft to yourself as you learn. And that's not, oh, during this boot camp or oh, well, I finished. No, babe,
No,
like
forever.
the way our weird little mammal brains work, we're always learning. And that means your associated homework is to be as soft as you can to yourself, kind of effectively forever. Ah, the inescapableness of consciousness.
Mm.
Before we get too philosophical, I
Yeah.
might say, bye, Naya, and thank you so much.
Bye. Bye, Jess. Bye, everybody. We're gonna miss you. Love
We'll be
hugs.
back later on in the year, I
We will.
bet.
We will. We will be back. And we'll see you guys again on Learning on the Couch. Thanks
Bye,
so
my
much for coming in.
loves.
Bye, friends. See ya.